What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be going over a Talent 10 3-star attack strategy, the Slap Quake attack strategy for all you Talent 10s out there. Now, for this strategy, it's very similar to the Frozen Witch attack strategy. Instead of bringing all those freezes, we're going to drop some of those freezes for Quakes. It's a pretty easy strategy to do, very simple. All you do is follow the same steps with the Frozen Witch attack strategy, and you pretty much have the exact same strategy. We're going to go over the army composition in the first replay because the replays I got for this attack strategy was from a few weeks ago, and I don't have the army loaded on any of my quick train armies or anything like that. Good thing about the new update coming out, though, is that they're going to add 3 more army slots, so we can all have 6 armies loaded up and ready to go whenever we want. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the first replay of Slap Quake. Alright guys, first example we got here, you can see on the bottom is the army composition. Very simple, there's not a lot of troops involved for this army composition. We have 1 wizard, 4 healers, 15 witches. In your wall record you're going to want bowlers, and then you have your heroes, a heal, a rage, 3 freezes, 4 quakes, and then you have a poison in your CC. You can also bring a max freeze in the CC and then switch out one of the freezes for a poison. Totally up to you guys. Experiment with it and let me know how it works for you guys. But this is what I use. Let's go ahead and play it. And like I said, it's very similar to the Frozen Witch attack strategy, which I've already done on my channel. It'll be down in the description if you want to check out the Frozen Witch attack strategy. But very simple. We got 5 on the left, 5 on the right with the healers behind them. Then we have the king coming down. We have the wall wrecker with 5 witches and the queen. And we're going to punch straight through to the middle and take down one of the Inferno Towers because they are separate from each other. So the goal is, if you know the towers are separated from each other, you definitely want to take down one of them on the way to the town hall. If they're both right next to each other in the same compartment, it makes it a lot easier to take it down. But as you can see there, all the troops are falling towards the middle. We have the king coming in. Heal and rage are going to go down as the bowlers come out and do tons of damage in the middle there. Ice Golem pops and freezes our troops for a little bit, but that's okay. They're going to push through. Quakes come down and open up the second Inferno Tower, so that way all the troops in the middle have access to both. I mean, the bowlers technically had access anyway because they can attack and shoot over the walls and stuff like that. Of course, the witches can do the same thing, but it's always good to open it up so the skeletons can get there and, you know, distract that single Inferno Tower for a little bit and get the 3-star. But as you can see at this point, I've used all my spells. All my spells are done. And the point of the free spells is to get your wall wrecker to the middle of the base. Alright, so protect the wall wrecker, make sure, you know, it can get to the middle, open up the towers, and take down the bows and all the heavy stuff and all that good stuff. But now at this point, we're just watching to see how the replay goes. It's pretty much wrecked at this point. I can use my queen ability, and at this point, it's a pretty much wrecked base. So the Slap Quake comes down to a lot of, you know, I would say a little bit of luck. I mean, of course, the beginning part of protecting your wall wrecker and getting it to the middle of the base is very important, but at the end of it, you know, once you use all your spells, there's no placement involved after that. You're just waiting to use either your hero abilities or you're just watching to see how the attack develops. That's pretty much how it is done. It's a very simple strategy, very easy to do, and it's very similar to the Frozen Witch attack strategy. You're just bringing those quakes instead. Okay, second example we got here, I'm going to have it play straight through just because it's the exact same steps that it was in the first replay. We have 5 on the left, 5 on the right. King comes down to absorb some of the initial damage. Wall wrecker is going to follow. We have the witches coming down along with the queen. And now what we need to do is make sure that our wall wrecker gets to the town hall, so that way we can access that first single Inferno Tower. And then once we destroy that single Inferno Tower and once the wall wrecker makes its way to the town hall, we're going to open up the second Inferno Tower and take down the second Inferno Tower, because the Inferno Towers are the main objective for this attack strategy. And then after that point, like I said, you are going to be watching your troops and seeing how they play out, when to use your hero abilities, and all that good stuff. Bowlers are coming out of the wall wrecker. Heal and rage is for the bowlers in the wall wrecker. They're not for the witches or your heroes or anything. Just like in the Frozen Witch attack strategy, it's mainly for your bowlers. They get tons of value there in the middle, destroying both of the towers. And again, we have 1 freeze left and the queen ability, so now we just need to use both of those things effectively, and we're going to come up with the 3-star. We only have this last compartment on this left side here, a bunch of defenses left in that little compartment, so that's probably where I'm going to use my freeze. That's probably where I'm going to use my queen ability, and that's how I'm going to grab the 3-star. It's more of a reactive strategy than it is a planning and placing and, you know, worrying about where to place certain troops and stuff like that. It's mainly just place your troops down, make sure the wall wrecker gets to where it needs to go, take down a tower, use the quakes to open up the other tower, and then pretty much you're hoping for the best. Heal and rage comes down on your bowlers, and then make sure you use your queen and king ability at the most effective position. As you can see here, tons of witches left over. That compartment's not really going to survive. Witches get into the middle, king's right there with them. Easy 3-star. Now, the next replay I want to go over here, we're going to talk about, I want to know how well it worked with lower heroes. As you saw in the first two replays, my heroes are almost maxed out. I got 39 king and a 40 queen. So it's a lot easier to, you know, rely on them to get the job done. But I want to see how well it works with lower heroes. So I also use my other talent 10 to see how well it does. Alright, so I'm going to play the replay straight through. And as you can see, I got lower witches for this account. I've definitely got lower heroes for this account. And I wanted to test to see how well it works against, you know, max bases with lower heroes. I wanted to see how viable the attack was with this strategy. Now, to be honest, it was a bit of a struggle. I think this was the only base that I was able to 3-star with it, like my own bases, because I wanted to friendly challenge against, you know, strong bases. But this was the only base I was able to get the 3-star on. I think I barely got it at the end. So it was a challenge. It was pretty difficult to get the 3-star with lower heroes and the lower witches. So, you know, if you don't have level 3 witches, make sure to get them up. And maybe having a little bit higher heroes will put you in a more comfortable state with this strategy. But I did get the 3-star, and I almost got the 3-star on my anti-3 base. I just could not find a way to crack it. After this replay, I'm going to show you how close I got. I believe it was a 98%. That was the closest I got to 3-starring that base, but I just could not break it with this strategy. I couldn't break it with, you know, my level 2 witches and my lower heroes. But you can see there, the bowlers in the middle got melted. We have the witches on the left and right side. Queen is about to go down. I just used her ability just in time, and I'm pretty sure I barely get this because she's gonna go down. There's way too many defenses for her to survive, and she's not very tanky. She's not level 40. She doesn't have all that HP to help her get through the base. She goes down, and now look, I'm on the back end of my witches. Like I said, this strategy comes down to just a lot of watching. You know, you're just watching to see how things play out, and you're hoping that your troops get through the base successfully. I'm going to speed through it here because it's about a minute left here, and I just have the witches to carry the attack. Super close on getting the 3-star for this attack. So like I said, if you do have lower heroes, you'll probably go against lower bases. I mean, the game does a pretty good job of matching you against similar strength opponents. I'm assuming you won't have to worry about attacking tougher bases, but you know, if you're a lower talent 10 and you want to attack higher, or you want to attack max talent 10s, I would be careful with the strategy because I had a very, very hard time with it. We're going to go ahead and go to the next replay here. And this is my anti-3 base. And we're going to play it straight through. Exact same thing. So I got a trap Tez on that left side, left corner. And the right corner, okay, bottom right corner, or the bottom corner, is where the other witches are coming from. But I could not, this was the closest I got to getting the 3-star. I attacked this base like maybe 4 or 5 times. Different angles, different sides. I could not take down this base because of the, okay, so the way the base is set up, you see the anti-3 base, you know, the town hall's on the outside, so the wall wrecker is kind of shooting in weird. You know, I tried to come from this corner over here, and I tried to shoot straight through, and it didn't work because it kept splitting weirdly. My troops kept getting melted, so I came from this left side, and this was the closest I got to 3-star in the base. But they're making their way in. I smashed through one of the towers, and now we're going to use our quakes to open up the other, you know, the other tower. Okay, there goes the middle. It's all opened up now. Now the witches can access the queen. They can access the other defenses and the the single inferno tower. So that's, you know, that's the point of those quakes there. Bowlers are going to come out of the wall wrecker, and they do tons of damage in the middle there. They're under the protection of the heal and the rage, doing tons of damage. And here come the witches going towards that single. It was looking pretty good. I thought I was going to get it, but I think I ran out of time, or I lost all of my troops and ended up with a 98%. If you have lower heroes, it is a bit more difficult to pull off, only if you're going against max bases. Like, this is almost a max base that I'm going against with, you know, my other talent 10 that's not maxed out. So I did have a very hard time with trying to take down my own bases. But if you're going against similar strength bases, you know, maybe they don't have the max walls yet, they don't have max, you know, defenses or anything, you might be able to get away with it, especially if you have the level 3 witches. Remember to upgrade your offense first. Don't upgrade your defenses so fast to where you're going against tough bases. But if you upgrade your offense pretty quickly, like your witches and stuff like that, you can probably take advantage of. As you can see here, I only got a 98% 2-star on this base. This is the closest I got to the 3-star, but I could not crack the base. Well, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. That's pretty much how you do slap Quake. It's a very easy, straightforward attack strategy. It's not very difficult to do. I'm going to have a few more replays play in the back so you can see it working on different types of bases. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. But again, if you have lower heroes, just, you know, analyze the base you're going again. If it's on the weaker side of Town Hall 10, definitely go ahead and try it. Slap Quake, Frozen Witch, they're very powerful attack strategies. I definitely like the Slap Quake because once you open up the walls, they're not going to be, regenerating, or, you don't have to worry about getting through it, or, waiting for the jump to get through, or the wall wreck or anything. Once those Quakes go down and take down those walls, the witches can swarm in and take down the defenses. But yeah, guys, that's all I really have for the video. I hope it helped. If you guys use it and it works for you, definitely appreciate like, comment, subscribe. If you guys use it, make sure to practice in matchmaking. Do not jump into war and use it. Just, go out and find some bases and try it out and then go to war. Never just jump into a war with a new strategy. But yeah, guys, like I said, I hope it helped. And if it did, I definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Invincible.